Hey everyone, and welcome back to GG Haven, and welcome back to Riftbound Beginner Guides. Today we're breaking down Yasuo, the master of movement, conquering points, and board control. If you love shifty tactical decks that punish your opponent for every misstep, Yasuo is your guy.
This deck is all about moving, conquering, and striking when your opponent least expects it, leveraging ganking, readying, and spells to keep the battlefield in your control.
Yasuo's legend ability is simple but deadly. Tap 2 to move a friendly unit to or from your base. This makes repositioning effortless, letting you redeploy for conquering or defending at the exact right moment.
Core theme of this deck is mobility. Yasuo clears threats, then shifts to the next lane to conquer, stacking points while always keeping pressure on board, kinda like spamming E in lane.
Yasuo's champion unit is nasty. When I attack, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy unit here. Every swing clears the way, and that makes conquering super consistent.
His signature spell, Last Breath, ready a friendly unit, it deals damage equal to its might to an enemy at a battlefield. That means, even from afar, Yasuo can snipe a threat, ready himself, and move into scoring position. It's tempo, removal, and pressure rolled into one.
Awesome, now let's move on to the battlefields. First battlefield, Targon's Peak. When you conquer, you're ready 2 runes at the end of the turn. Ramp and tempo in 1, perfect for explosive follow-ups.
Next battlefield we have Windswept Hillock. Units here have ganking. Imagine Yasuo or Kayn moving battlefield to battlefield, clearing units, and then scoring points off open lanes. It's chaos your opponent can't stabilize against.
Finally, we have Reaver's Row. When you defend here, you may move a friendly unit back to base. That's free repositioning, which combos perfectly with Yasuo's legend ability and cards like Stealthy Pursuer, which we will talk later.
Now, let's move on to the champion units. Outside of Yasuo, we've got Misfortune. She lets you play directly into open battlefields and extends that ability to all friendly units. That means you can pressure weak lanes without setup.
And then there's K. Ganking built in. If he moves twice in a turn, he just doesn't take damage. This makes him one of the scariest movers in Riftbound. Your opponent wastes resources trying to pin him down, but he just slips through and survives. Here's a competitive tip for you. Always try to use your legend ability to move Kayn twice so he doesn't take damage on the second move.
These champions create a deadly trifecta. Yasuo clears, Misfortune opens lanes, and Kayn abuses movement rules to keep pressure flowing.
Now let's talk about our green units. First we have Clockwork Keeper. You can pay a recycling rune to draw when you play him. Great for consistency, especially when digging for seals or a spell.
We also have Wielder of Water. When attacking or defending alone, it gains +2 might. Perfect synergy with Yasuo's movement, since you can isolate him in key fights and suddenly he's hitting way above curve.
We've got a slew of purple units, starting with the Traveling Merchant. Every time he moves, discard one and then you draw one. In a Yasuo deck, moving is consistent, so this guy is just a filtering engine.
Next up we have Cemetery Attendant. Bring back a key unit from your trash, giving Yasuo more staying power in grindy matchups.
Next we have an amazing purple unit called the Stealthy Pursuer. When a friendly unit moves away from a location, I may move with it. That means Yasuo or Kayn can drag her along for free, snowballing your pressure without wasting action.
And then we have the tank of the purple units, Madden Marauder. Forces damage assignment first and moves a unit to base when played. It's both frontline defense and disruption rolled in one.
And obviously for our seal, we're running the Seal of Focus. You play by recycling runes, you tap it instead of recycling for a resource boost, and they stay on board unless targeted. Perfect for early pressure without overextending resources.
Seals let Yasuo stay aggressive while still keeping fuel for his constant movements and repositions.
Now let's get into spells. This deck runs a ton of spells, and they're your lifeline. Defy counters low cost spells, Wind Wall counters anything, and Rebuke bounces problem units.
Unguard and Discipline pump might for clutch trade. Meditation is draw power, and all of these stack with Yasuo's plan for clearing lanes before conquering.
Don't forget the signature spell, Last Breath. It's removal, tempo, and board swing all at once. In competitive play, this spell is often what flips a game completely.
Remember, always have some runes standing, because when your opponent tries to move onto your battlefields, you can use those spells to counter their movement or their abilities.
Next up, let's talk about the unique feature of Riftbound, the Sideboard. For the Sideboard, we've got Sona. While she's at a battlefield, ready 4 runes at the end of turn. She turns resource management into overdrive.
Charm lets you move enemy units, perfect against greedy ramp decks. And Zonya's Hourglass saves your best unit from death, forcing opponents to overcommit.
And then we have Ride the Wind. Move and ready a friendly unit. With Yasuo Arcane, this card becomes a nightmare because you can reposition and attack again.
To recap, Yasuo is all about movement, conquering, and control. You're constantly shifting your pieces, clearing defenders, and scoring points where your opponent least expects it.
Between his powerful spell package, ganking champions, and versatile units, Yasuo is one of the deadliest tempo decks in Riftbound. If you like dancing across the battlefield, this is the deck for you.
That's our Yasuo deck tech. Drop a like, let us know your favorite Yasuo play in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Riftbound content.
Keep moving, keep conquering.